I got it again. And I streamed earlier, but I was gonna get back to coding. So I figured why not just stream as I'm working on these changes. I'd use the utility here. Yeah, I was under the task API. I need to do the same thing for this session API. Update session. Updated session. Yeah, we don't want to do this. Let's do return. Oh, because it is updating a bulk of tasks. I'm just looking for the update task only. Okay. I don't think I did that, but we'll do it on this one. On updated session, which is going to be a session item, obviously. And this is going to equal the session that I was passed, and then parse from take form update. Result 0 dot. Also, this is incorrect. There is no data. This is probably why I'm getting those errors with the tasks that I've been seeing. All right, and then this wants optimistic session. Yeah, that's correct. But optimistic session. We're just gonna leave this as 0. I don't wanna get too fancy here. Temporary 0 ID, and then temporary data ID. No, we don't want to do this. We want to run data e tag. Let's look at the utility again. This function will be used to increment the tag value for a session item. A parameter in format that's exactly what I want. I wonder if this works. We'll try it. Increment tag. It's going to be the session dot data ID. What is missing? This title not in there? Oh, no, it's missing the ID. Oh, the ID can just be. The ID can also be 0. And then PT user ID. PT user ID should be just a session. Oh wait, this is an add session. Yeah, I mean, it should have session insert type should have PT user ID. Why is it saying it? Oh wait, it's omitting PT user ID. Why did I omit that? Oh. Oh, thank you. It's me walking on the rainbow. Can you see that? I'm way down here. And I'm walking down the rainbow. Now you can see that. Said she was running away. That's you walking down the rainbow. All right. And then person ID or person per user ID. Or what is it missing? I thought it was PT user ID. Yeah. Let's just make it 0 as well. Why is it complaining? Oh. So it's not 0, this is an object. And I believe the object has to be a picker. So it has to have an ID. It's gonna be an email would be an empty string. And so the capital M on email. Now what is missing? String undefined is not assignable to type string. Repeating end time. Give me 1 second. Be right back. All right, let's what did I do? Oh yeah. Or an empty string. Duration seconds. And this is opening like a whole other kind of worms here. The session insert type is supposed to be exactly like a session, but it's only missing PT duration seconds. And this is complaining that number undefined is not assignable to type number. I mean, I could technically just do this. But now this breaks. PT duration seconds. Okay, I guess that should fix it. Let's save all of this. And now this is an error that was generated by the changes that AI did earlier, which I wasn't a big fan of. Right here. On the handle save, new duration seconds, we have to ensure that if there is no end time and no start time, then we don't do anything. If there is a start time and an end time, then we can do everything in here. So it's saying do I really have to do this? Data that PTN time is not equal. Argument of string undefined is not assignable to string number. For the end time. See what this does. Isn't that what I had? Oh, I got rid of that. That should work. All right, let's give this a shot now. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save that. We're testing. What are we testing? Duration seconds on the other thing that we need to do is this task. Okay, so right now I'm gonna let it go for like a minute. What we're looking for is in the back end on the table on the list, we have this task. And so what is supposed to happen is we have actual seconds, estimated seconds. I think that's it. Those seconds, right? Yeah. All right. So right now we're working on this. It's a task for duration. So right now this should show actual seconds should be 60. And it's not. Already going on 2 minutes and nothing. I basically have a ping that's supposed to be every 60 seconds updating that session, and I don't see any updates. I see no network traffic. I'm gonna see if there's any network traffic at 3-minute market. At the 3-minute market. At the 3-minute mark, we should have a network call. And it's still showing 0. Okay, here comes the 3-minute mark. There's our network call. Oh, how dumb of me. It does the update, but it doesn't do it to the task. It does it to the session. I remember now. So there's a list in SharePoint that I created called sessions, and every 60 seconds, it does what we call a heartbeat check. And it updates this duration in seconds. So here we go. So it was on 110, and you can see that at 180 seconds, which is the 3-minute. So the heartbeat is working. So now if I stop this session, I should see that here it should have an end time, 7:24. It was a total of 233 seconds. So we should see the exact same amount, 233 seconds on the task. And it is. Now, what I implemented as a fix is when I start another session on that same exact task, we should see a new session start. And let's just run it for 30 seconds. And so that would be 263 seconds that we should see, give or take a second or a fraction of a second, we should see that change. There's the 30 seconds. Let's just say 30, so 35. So then that would be 68. Yep, perfect. You see 33 and 35, 68. And now if we were to format or open this session, you can see that it's a total of 4 minutes and 28 seconds across 2 sessions. 3 minutes and 53 seconds and then 35 seconds. Is that right? Oh yeah, it is right. It's right. So I was having a lot of inconsistencies in my sessions to task scenarios. And so that's what I implemented the fixes for. But it looks like that's working now. Good. All right, let's go back. I really have to do a little bit of discovery around what I just did with that E tag change. Okay. Now the next thing I need to test is this little enrich data on save when we're modifying a session. let's just say for a hypothetical, I come into my session. So right now it's 23 minutes and 48 seconds. Let's say I want to just make it 22 minutes even. I'm going to modify the sessions for that task. So I'm going to reduce this to just, I want to reduce it to just what I say, 3 minutes. So I just want this to be 3 minutes flat. Or let's just take off an entire minute up here. Now our properties are defined reading E tag. So we have a problem with the E tag. Interesting. Well, obviously it's not gonna let me change it. If I reduce it by a minute, now it's obviously going to give us an error of that. The first error we received, it was saying that the error did not, there was no E tag. That's kind of odd. This one, however, I did take the, change this back up to 4 minutes. And now read properties of undefined reading E tag. That's interesting. But it kept the change, I think. Let's go again. Yeah, it kept the change. So end time, I'm gonna reduce it to 3 minutes. Let's go and inspect the network calls, the API. Well, this is obviously the session API, and let's move this to the bottom. The session API receives, we're going to be using the update session. I think it's called the update. It should be the update session because we're using the form. Let's go look at the form. Session form, it's using the handle save, and we're doing an update. And that is under sessions right here. All right, so here's sessions. The hook that we're using to do the update is handle task. No, this is a handle task update. Mutate sessions for date. Where is it? Handle. Okay, no, this is handle. Where's the handle save? Did I miss it? Handle save session. Here we go. So we're doing a update session. An update session is using this hook, which is use update session, and use update session is using update session in the API. So it is this one. So update this one right here. So it's saying that session, which is a session item, is not providing a session E tag. Why? That I don't understand. Let's see what's getting passed to the API. So we reduce that, we save it. Session has an E tag, but the error we get is saying it doesn't have one. Parse E tag from update. Oh, this is the problem. The result just returns the object. Doesn't return an array. Let me change that. So this is the problem. That should fix that error. Now let's try it. We go to sessions for today. And we're gonna remove a minute. And it works. Now, did that change our task? Here we go. Did. 60 seconds are gone. We removed the minute. If I add a minute. Oh, wait. Yeah, if I add a minute to here. Should go back up. Wait. Why did it go up so much? 328 seconds. I'm gonna have to bust out a calculator for this. So we have 35, 41, 60 is 120. And another 60 is 256. So we should be 256 seconds. And the task is showing 328. I'm not entirely sure why getting those errors. I shouldn't be getting that error. Let's go and look and see what's being returned on the update. Let's inspect again. Result. E tag. Let's show the console drawer. Result. Okay, that's our E tag, and now parse E tag. Our C tag is coming from our utilities. E tag utilities. Make up your mind. You said var, now it's let. Oh, I see what I'm. What? Anyway, what did I do? I don't know what I'm doing. My brain's not functioning right now. Identifier person not be declared. Oh. We're here instead of E tag. I got it. Let me do it a different way. So here, let's go back to the session API. Because in the session API, we need to go into, stop it here, and then go into the function. Here we go. So it should be 11. So why then, when I open it again, when I look at this component, it's like the extension's not working. No, it's not a version issue. I had it working earlier. It's saying that the e-tech should be 11. Let's try it one more time. Reduce it. Save it. So right now it was 11. It went up to 12. Good. So now, when I click on edit session, I'm curious. It retrieves the session. Here's the session 110. And you can see the E tag is 12. So the E tag is correct. Why then am I getting an error? There's my error. Why is E tag 11? Let's go look at the origins of the default values. Is it default values in the session form? If session, return session. The problem is that my developer tools aren't working. Let me just reload this. I don't understand why this is not. Let's go Go back to components. I closed out Chrome. There we go. Oh, never mind. Oh man, this is really bad. Can I at least search? Well, that sucks. I hope that that extension hasn't bit the dust. That would suck. I'm hoping it's just my computer. Yeah, it's just broken. When I click on the edit icon, save it, open it again. You have a new tag error. I'll close it again. And it works fine. Which is odd. Did you notice that? Because what happens is it says 24, I change it to 25, it works fine. And then it's back up to 24 again. So there's clearly an issue with how it's loading the data. Default values. Change session. Session's coming from here. Session. coming from this hook. I think after save, on here, handle save, after everything is done, we need to set session ID. This is a problem. Oh, actually, but that's definitely a problem. Session ID is the problem. Session ID is coming from sessions, I believe. Editing session ID. We need to make it undefined after it saves, and that should fix the issue. And then here, I'll fix it in a moment. Okay, now let's try it again. Let's make this 24. Why is it still 25? I thought at first it was the cached session. I'm gonna change it to 23. And you see, it's staying 24. Oh, I put this in the wrong place. Well, I mean, technically it should work here as well. Let's do this right here. Handle save. And auto close. Handle delete. Handle save session. After everything is done, set editing session ID. Now let's try it. Twenty-four. Nope. It didn't change it. One more, that session is getting stuck. ID is undefined. Let me try that again. You updated to 25. You saved the session. Session ID is undefined. But it didn't change it, it's still 24. Session ID gets regenerated. I would have thought that the regeneration of the ID would re-trigger the cache on that item. Because that hook in session, we're inside of session form dialog. You can see session ID. Use session by ID. I think I'm gonna stop there for tonight. I'll continue the debugging process tomorrow and go from there. Thanks for joining me. Catch you next time. Peace.